All right, questions?
I know you'd already split up some of the Jack responsibilities last year, but just what's it been like having Phil Simpson, and how do you kind of divvy up things in practice?
It's been great. Phil's been doing a lot of work with Terry, and then some of the things with me as well. A lot of work with Terry in the pass rush games and, in that world of things. And then Phil and I get together about some of the coverage things that we're doing as well. So it's been good.
I know Marquise Watson-Trent is new, but he's played like 2,500 snaps in his career. Has that experience transferred over to how he plays with you already?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's been a huge addition to the room. He's a veteran. He's played a lot of football, knows the game at a high level, obviously learning the system that we're doing here, but great addition to the room, really good for the younger players, great experience.
What do you like about him just as a player? Obviously the intangible things, but like as you've seen him practice.
Yeah, I think number one is the high football character and the high football IQ that he has, and that came with his veteran, playing the game a lot, right? So he's got experience, and he's a tackling machine. I mean, he's had over 100 tackles the last few years prior to him being here. So just that experience that he has, really good football player, smart football player. He's a leader. Obviously, still things to improve on, as do all the guys, but he's doing a really nice job.
On the subject of the staff, you mentioned having Phil, and it's just a bigger defensive staff overall, and the whole team wide. Do you see anything different with Coach Rule and his ability to kind of spread his wings or focus on big picture things that are somewhat different from the past couple of years?
Maybe a little bit. Just focusing on the team, and I think he spoke about that a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I've been with Coach for a long time, so I kind of know what the standards are, the expectations are, and what he expects from us as a staff and the players. And I think, Coach has been persistent in all of those things over the years. And so just making sure the team is right and obviously holding all of us accountable as coaches and players.
Someone has a good freshman year like Shavers did. What's your message to him as a coach, and is he a guy you find that's easily driven? Like, I'm not satisfied with that.
Yeah, I think number one, it's important for him to just understand that's important to improve every day. I mean, we're all here for improvement, right? Me as a coach, him as a player. So taking the things that you do well and how can those things be improved, and then obviously what are the things that he needs to work on. So my message to him and every day is like, last year was last year. This is a new year. We're in spring ball, and every day we're getting opportunities to get better. So that's kind of our approach with really everyone, not just Vincent, but I really don't care what had happened. I care about today. I care about right now. I care about this meeting. I care about where we're at. I care about this rep, and that's the mentality that you got to have.
How do you feel like you guys have done pass defense? I mean, we talk so much about the tackling and all the other stuff, but like, how have they done in just covering guys and dropping and all that?
Yeah, I think it's something that's still a work in progress. Every day there's some element of working on a man technique or working on a zone technique or working on a match coverage technique that we need to work on. So there's obviously room for improvement, and whether it's individual time we're spending on it, whether it's one-on-ones, whether it's 7-on-7, and then taking those into team periods, we're still working on that.
Who's maybe the guy that you circle and say, okay, this guy can show you how to do it and is doing it the best?
I really don't want to circle anybody out of it. I think it's beneficial when you got guys in the room that have done it before, who have a level of understanding a lot of the younger players can learn from that. But no one that I'd necessarily circle.
What's it mean to have Javin Wright back, not just on the team, but able to be in practice as well this spring?
It means a lot. Really, really proud of Javin. You guys know his story. He's been here for a long time. Great young man, leader within the room, someone who has a lot of experience playing a ton of different positions. So it means a lot to have him. He's an unbelievable young man. I'm really proud of him. Looking forward to the future with him.
What does he kind of bring in terms of that versatility and his status kind of as an off-ball guy?
I think number one, you look at him, he's 6'4", 230 pounds. I mean, he's a big athletic guy as far as his traits. And then you got the young man that I talked about, him as a person. And then just the value of him, he's played some things in the dime package a year ago and playing on third down. last year. And so, with his circumstance and his situation, I think now it's just continuing to evolve him as a player.
As the defense tries to.
Has Ramir Stewart been working in your room?
Yeah, Ramir's been with me.
What's why move him there, and what has he shown you?
Just to continue to improve him in different areas. Maybe we saw something that we're like, hey, maybe he can help us in our room. So he's been with me, and it's been great.
Coach Rules talked about and Butler have talked about the defense being more multiple and having packages and diversified, especially on third down. With your groups, with your positions, how does that impact them? I mean, does it change the rotation? Do you get more guys in the field, or are you pretty much the same as what we saw last year?
Yeah, I'd say it's similar in the sense of like we're always trying to put in different things, right? Whether it's 2 linebackers on the field, we played Iowa, we had 3 linebackers on the field at one point in time. Sometimes we had 1 linebacker on the field last year. So we've kind of been multiple, and we're involving more guys and doing a little more packages here and there. So really the springtime right now has been, I'm trying to play as many guys as I can, and I want to see them play. I want to see them compete. I want to see them play with effort, execute, and finish. All the things that we've been talking about. So, I think we have a lot of different things and have the ability to do a lot of things. And so just putting them in different spots and moving them around and personnel groups, it's been really beneficial.
When you have a player who has a really, really good initial season, we asked this question of Rule a couple months ago about Dylan. How do you motivate and put standards in place so that what they experience in year 2 isn't just a continuation of year 1, but a jump from their freshman to sophomore?
Yeah, I think kind of going back to, I think he asked me that similar question up here, like you're talking about Vincent or whoever we may talk about, like every day is a daily process, right? Every day you better show up to work, me included, show up to work. What do I got to do? How do I get better? And it's got to be communication from me too. Like I got to tell them, hey, these are the things that I see. These are the things that we need to work on, and we got to have a plan. And so, again, my thought process is every day, like, what do I got to do today, right? Coach Rule talks about what's next, right? Like, we talk about that. I don't care what happened the last rep. Let's focus on what's this rep right now. And to me, it's really the whole season last year. You got to learn from all of those things, but it's like, what do we got to do today? What do we got to do right now? That's the most important thing.
How do you feel like he's taken to that approach?
Great. I mean, he's still a young player. I mean, he's only been here for a year, so he's got a lot of things to continue to improve on. And it's our job to continue to push all of our guys, not just Vincent, right? All the guys.
Did he move to your room too? Connor Shoot or
Connor's with Phil.
Phil, he's a okay.
Yep.
Did that happen for the spring, or was he with the Edges last fall?
Honestly, I can't remember when that happened.
Rob, what have you seen from Desan McCullough and what his experience is going to bring to this team in this group?
Yeah, he's another guy, like when you watched him on tape a year ago, he kind of played all over the place. And he's spending a lot of time with Phil right now, just a big, long, athletic guy who I think can be really multiple in what he's doing, and obviously working with Phil and kind of perfecting his craft right now.
Broadly speaking, without giving any state secrets away or anything, like, is defense, do you feel like this defense is different than it was first 2 years, broadly?
I think every year a little bit different. I think, you look back to year 1, I think the things we did from year 1 to year 2 were different. So I think every year it's a little bit different, and I think part of that is just the players you have. And it's our job as coaches trying to put those guys in the best positions, seeing what they do well, what do they not do well, and making sure we're taking advantage of the things that they do well.
All good.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.